Welcome guys, thank you for watching this video, but before we proceed, do not forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like this video, share it to all of your friends, and also check out the description for further information guys. And now, let's get into the video.
Alright guys, so welcome to today's video, and in today's video we are going to work on this One Piece game right here, as you can see. And we left off with creating the combat in the last episode, and we have successfully finished it. Just a quick reminder on how this combat looks like. So I'm able to hit and to knock back the people, or the dummies to be exact. There we go. Alright. Now, let's work on some more moves regarding this combat system right here. So, I intend to well, how can you say it? So to create the moves, okay? So we are going to make moves be displayed on this GUI, or within this GUI in the left bottom corner. But in order to do that, we need to define the skills, let's say. So I'm going to have this module script right here, which is going to be responsible for keeping all of the information regarding the combat moves. Okay. So, local combat info. Not sure. Was it like this? Well, I don't know. Was it like that? Never. No. Wait, I have to look this up. So, I rarely use module scripts, which is not good because module scripts offer great advantages, and I really need to get used to use them. Okay, never mind this. So we could do it like this. So we could make this whole module script be about the combat info. So let's use this upper table right here for storing the combat information. And we are now going to define all of the moves by paying attention to a certain template, a certain template we are going to use. So that template consists of this as the index. So this is not done yet. This is supposed to be the name of your move. So let's create a heavy punch. So that's our index. And now this is the content of that index, let's say. So this one is going to store the requirements which need to be met in order to, be able to unlock that move. So let's quickly check what kind of stats we have. So we have the level, and we have the strength, defense, speed, whatsoever level. So let's consider using them when it comes to creating requirements. Let's create a requirement for the level. So the level. Oh, come on, let's use strength level. Come on, the strength level must be at 3, let's say, and speed level must be at 3 as well. Okay, so that's our first table. Now let me create another move. No. Create another move now. So what kind of move could this be? Still thinking about it. Let's already start with some black moves. Party, table, kick, horse. I think that was one of the names. strength level this term at 10 and the speed level as well. So if you want to use other requirements, then of course take a look at the status store right here, because as you can see, you have okay. Yeah, so we do not even have a default level. We just have the strength, defense, speed, will, level, EXP, max EXP. So just take a look at your data store. So I was about to say that. And take a look at this. So especially at this part. Because this is the part where our stats are being created. And as you can see, we only have the strength level, defense level, speed level, will level, as I've said. And you should consider using them as your requirements, because that's the only logical thing. You could also use your health as a requirement, for example, or you could also make a requirement that that you need to have enough belly, or that a certain block needs to have a certain color, you know. But well, the belly idea isn't actually that bad, but man, the rest is just trash. So really consider this, okay? Let's move on. So let's say that we only want to add these two skills for now. Then what would you need to do? So, where is it? Health skills frame, combat. There we go, and this is a scrolling frame. Okay. So let me. Oh, yeah. Okay. There we go. That's the position. I'm gonna copy the position right here, and I'm gonna save it down here because we will need the position later on. Because I just want to I just want to move this thing up here, because I need to see it, you know, because I'm going to edit it, and we now need to add some frames to it, and I'm curious if UI list layout. So does this work? It does work. Perfect. Very good. Just there we go, guys. Okay. Roof one, and let me move on with designing this thing right here. Okay, there we go. Let me copy this just to see if this list layout does work, and well. Okay, now it is fine. Alright, so this is the background of our frame, which is going to display all of the possible combat skills we can unlock and use. And we now need to move on by filling this frame with some more components which display the information. I'm talking about information like the name of the skill, the requirements, and the key which needs to be used in order to be able to press it. To use it, I mean. Okay, so let me add this text label right here. This text label is going to be called skill name. And it is going to do that, so it is going to display the skill's name. Okay, so this is the skill name. Second thing is the skill key. I'm just gonna add a random key to it. Do not think that this key is going to be the key for every skill. So this key is going to change, of course, later on. And the next thing is the requirement. Or let's call it status, because the status could be that the skill needs to be unlocked or is already unlocked, you know. And if we call this thing requirement, then it only covers up one aspect, and that's the aspect of requiring some stats in order to unlock it, you know. So the unlocked status is not covered up by using that. So I think n/a means not available. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna use this. Okay. So that's it. Let's make this thing invisible. Let's move it inside of this combat right here. Do not worry, it is going to be cloned out, so it is not going to interrupt anything. So do not worry about that. Change the positioning. Let me make this thing visible. Let's work on. Yeah, let's work on some more stuff. So let's work on this. Okay. There's still an aspect missing. I've just added, which is the key. Unum key code. U. Okay. So it is important that you do it like this. Okay. Make sure to use this enum, unum, whatsoever key code. You know. Okay. I'll call this R. Let me make the key R. And let's get back to actually looping through this table and to display all of the single skills within this GUI by cloning the frame and by changing the name and text of its components. And also to actually check if the player meets the requirements and therefore is able to use the skill. Okay, that's also pretty important. Okay, so let's keep the skills frame visible. And let's add a local script inside of this combat frame. This one is going to do the following. So, first of all, let's create a function called display, okay? This function is going to run when the tool has been equipped, when the combat tool has been equipped, okay? And you may ask, how is this thing going to recognize that, especially when the local script is located inside of the GUI and not inside of the tool itself, which would have made it a lot more easier. So the answer is that this GUI, okay, is turned to visible every time when the tool has been equipped. Therefore, we can just check for changes within the visibility of the combat frame. And this one is going to lead us to to this function doing its job, which is to display all of the skills inside of the GUI. So, script parent, this thing is going to refer to this frame, which is going to turn to visible once the tool has been equipped. And that's the point of time where we want to display all of the available combat moves. So script parent changed. Come on. Changed, connect function. And we are able to add another argument inside. But I think that I'm gonna leave this. Because I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, sorry, I've just got a message. Okay, so if script parent visible, true, then okay. So if something has changed, okay, so this at that point we only know that a property has changed, but we do not know what property has changed. And after checking for the visibility to be true, we know that the visibility is true, okay? It doesn't even mean that it has been changed. It could happen that the visibility is set to true, okay? But something else changes, and then this thing would still trigger. But it would also pass this check right here, okay? Because the frame is true, or is set to true, but or the visibility is set to true. I mean, but well, I don't know. Let's try to see what happens when we try to do this. I'm just gonna try it out. So player GUI, main GUI, skills frame, combat, visible. Okay. So if what is visible, so it actually has printed out the name of the property which has just changed. So if what is visible and a script parent visible equals true, then so what is the difference in between this one and the one we had before? Of course, we have added this thing right here, okay? And I've just explained it to you. So if this thing would be missing, then we could have the case that this frame is already set to true, and then something else in this properties list just changes, okay? Let's say that the color changes for whatever reason. Then this thing would fire, and it would pass the check, because the check would only consist of this if you would just ignore this, okay? And this just asks for the visibility to be true, which it is, which clearly is true, because as you've already heard, the visibility is set to true from the beginning. So it would just pass everything and just move on with displaying the skills for a second time when there already is something inside. Okay, and that would be a possible glitch. Therefore, we want to check if the thing which has changed within that list is the visibility, and the visibility now is set to true. And if that's the case, then we want to display everything. So, display. Okay, and how is this display going to work out? So we have made this module script, as you guys know. So I'm gonna define a variable, and now I'm going to refer to the replicated storage first of all, and then to the combat skills module script. Combat skills. Okay, I've misspelled this one. Skills. There we go. And we of course want to require this thing, because it is a module script, and that's the way on how you gain access to the components within this module script, which is only this table in our case. Okay, so we now want to access that table by doing the following. So we want to loop through this table first of all, and I just want to print out what the index says. I'm just curious. Okay. No, that's not. Okay, okay. Yeah, perfect. It works fine. Yeah, very good. Now, so as you can see, when I print out the index, which is I, by the way, it says heavy punch and party table kick course. And it means that this loop has looped through this, okay? And it has only looped through these and this, okay? So, and when I say this, I do not mean that it has recognized that this table consists of much more content. It has only realized that there is a table, nothing more. And if we want to refer to the content of this table, which is the strength level, speed level, and the key, then we need to create another loop within the loop. And I'm gonna do that soon. But I first of all need to do some things else. So I need to, where is it? Let's go back. I need to clone the skill frame for every index. Only have 2 in this case. So for every index, but we of course are going to have more later on. So I'm cloning this for every index, and then I'm pasting it inside of the scrolling frame. So frame, script parent, skill frame, clone. Frame. Why C frame? Why? Frame parent, script parent, scrolling frame. Come on. Scrolling frame. I'm going to rename the frame to our moves name. And now we want to change the things right here, okay? So we want to change the key, which is being displayed, the name of the skill, and the status. And we can already change the skill's name to our index's name, our index, I mean, which is obviously the name of our skill. But the status and the key still needs to be changed by us. I mean, by using this loop right here. Yeah. So I'm creating a second loop I've just talked about earlier. And this time is now going to loop through V. May I ask why or what V is? So keep I and V in mind, okay? I'm now going to demonstrate you what I and V is. So this is I, and this is V. And V is this table right here, okay? And that's all you need to know. So I and V. All right. So if I2 equals key, then yeah, so we wanted to display the key, but I do not think that we are able to say frame skill, come on, skill key V2. I don't think that this is going to work out. Wait, I forgot to add the text. Because V2, wait, so I forgot to explain this. So let me explain this for another time. So I2 is either, so now only focus on a table, is either this, or this. And V2 is this, or this, okay? And we now want to we want to set the text of the skill key equal to this. And since this is not a text, it could and probably will cause trouble to us. But I'm just gonna check if this really is the case. Yeah, let's see, it is. So I've just looked this up, and there is a way to take care of it. So we could just add all of this unum stuff. As you can see, unum key code Q, and then dot name. And this is supposed to display the key we have defined as a unum as a string. So let's hope that this is good. out. Okay, nothing's being displayed in here. Pretty weird. Okay, we have forgot to change the visibility of this skill frame. Frame visible. They are true. Okay. There we go. As you can see, these are the keys which need to, be clicked in order to use these moves. There's still some stuff I would like to change. So string upper, for example, and also would like to change this. So you'll probably see the difference soon when we go out to test this thing again. So this is just some visual stuff, nothing that much, nothing that big. All right, okay. Else if. Okay, now this is probably going to be a little bit more complicated. We now want to display the requirements or the status, whatever. This is probably going to be a little bit more complicated for you. So, yeah. So thinking about how I could start this thing. So string. A string byte? No, it was string sub. String sub of v. No, I. Okay, so this is just to test it out. I'm not sure if this is going to work. Let's hope so. It did not work. Okay, then I want to see what this is. This thing is going to print out. Oh, no. Never mind. I forgot to add this. To add the 2 behind of the I or the index. Got to do that. But it still doesn't work. Okay. So I'm going to explain this in a bit. Do not worry. There we go. I'm so dumb, so I'm sorry for the language, guys. I'm so dumb, so for the experienced people, for the advanced people who know about string.sub. Yeah, so you're probably laughing at me. But yeah, I'm sorry for that. All right. So now let me talk about this. So what are we doing right here? If we take a look at all of the indexes we have instead of a table, then we only have strength, level, speed, level, and the key. And the same goes for this table right here, okay? And we want to keep the key and the level apart, and the speed, strength, level apart, okay? And this is basically what happens right here. Of course, we could only check for the key and then tell the script that everything besides the key means else, and then we move on. So we could use that way, but it would also allow other requirements than the speed and the strength and the defense and the will level to fit in that case, okay? and I do not want that to happen. Therefore, I'm filtering this out again. And yeah, we're now going to add all of these requirements to the text, and then I'm going to end the video, and then I'm going to continue the next episode, and then I'm going to continue this system in the next episode, which is probably in 2 days, in which I am going to show you how you can actually unlock the skills and use them after being unlocked. Okay. So, text. Text is wait. String sup I2 0 I2 minus 4. B. Just need to put the text above here or up here. Okay. So that's the way to do it. And now script, no. Frame status text. It's going to be text. And I'm going to explain the line in a bit, and then I'm going to end the video. Okay. Into table with string. So I just forgot to add this 2 to it, therefore it is crying. There we go. Speed L, strength L, okay. Strength, speed. There we go, guys. So, let me explain the line. So we have created this empty string up here. And what we are doing down here is that we are filtering out this level stuff I've just told you. And I still have not explained how we do that. So we are basically taking the string. So the first argument is the string on which we are performing this operation on. And the second argument is the starting point, okay? And the third argument is the end point. And what actually happens right here is that everything from the starting and the ending point of the string is being cut out, let's say, okay? So we are checking if everything on this string from the starting point till the end point is level. And how I have gathered the starting point is that this hashtag I2 is basically the length of the string, okay? So if our string is strength level, then hashtag I2 would be the amount of characters used in that string. Okay, so I'm basically saying that the amount of characters used in that string minus 4 is the starting point where this L begins. And everything till the end point would form level. Okay, so I had to experiment around whether the starting point should be at minus 6 or minus 4 or minus 5 whatsoever by printing out the result, because I wasn't sure myself. And yeah. Okay. Now down here we are filling, or we are basically expressing that this empty string is this empty string added, or this empty string, and then some additional stuff. So we are adding some additional stuff to it, and this additional stuff is, first of all, again, the string sub. We are taking this strength level, speed level requirement, And we are now saying that it should begin from the very beginning and should go to the end -5. Means somewhere in the middle. My intention was to make this thing be before this out, you know, so that the strength and the speed text is being took over. So strength or speed, then this colon, and then v2. And v2 is the requirement, means speed, strength level 3, speed level 3, strength level 10, speed level 10. And that's it. That's what happens in that part. And down here, we are referring to the status text label, and we are saying that its text is this text, which is just a combination of all of those requirements. Because as you guys know, this thing loops, okay? And there is always another component to which it is looping through. And the first time, so the first one is, of course, going to be the strength level. Then the second one is going to be the speed level. Then after that, we have some combination of strength and speed level, and then it is applying the text on it. Okay? So, that's it with this video, guys. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If so, leave a like, subscribe, share this video to all of your friends. And, yeah, like this video, give me feedback in the comment section, and see you in the next video, guys. Take care.